Hey guys, so this class is going to be all about side bending and how to get a better side bend in your handstands. And the biggest help, in my opinion, for this is using a wall to work on hip flexibility. All right, so let's get going. I'm going to use the wall and we're going to start working on getting those hips nice and open. So we're going to start with straddling. So make sure you have a wall that is big enough to support your middle split straddle. So you definitely also need to have a nice middle split for side bending to look great. And then again, the side bending will be much better if you train it with the wall. All right, let's get started.
All the way up. Remember, try to get the shoulders pretty close to the ears. You're gonna lift all the way up. And you wanna have the hands together, close to the ears. Bring the hips to the wall. Squeeze the butt. Push out of the shoulders, everything aligned. And then start with that straddle. Try to keep it even. The hips will come off a little bit, but it's okay. Try to keep them on if you can. You can look down at the hands or stay looking at the wall for now. All right, shifting, squeezing.
So when you do your middle splits, remember, try to keep everything on the wall. You can look down at the hands. If you prefer to look at the wall, that's fine. Less important, you just want to keep the shoulders into the ears, keep the knees locked out, toes pointed, and you want to try to go to your edge. The hips want to peel off the wall, so try to keep them on the wall as best you can. They will come off a little bit, all right? So after that, step 2, we're going to start working a little bit of side bending. The biggest thing I see is people dropping one foot, and what's happening is the top leg comes with it. So you want to keep the legs externally rotated, and you really want to think about that straddle, keeping the exact identical position. So you find the shape, and then you're shifting from the hips, not from the legs. All right?
Shifting on, shift over, get into your handstand, squeeze the butt, shoulders to ears, find your straddle. Now I'm going to show you what not to do. All right? This is what I don't want to happen. You see how the top leg went to internal rotation? I see this a lot, where you're using the leg. All right? Again, don't do this. This does nothing. All right?
So in that case, I was keeping the top leg up, bringing the leg down, and really working the legs. I'm bringing one leg down. Now, you do work the legs a little bit, but let's keep that straddle going. External rotation for both legs. And you want to work, again, you want to work from the hips. So you can even start working a little bit of stretching, side to side.
You'll shift up. Once you find the position, the legs don't move. Watch the movement comes from the hips. So I start to shift. The legs don't change shape. Moving from the hips. Really watch the top leg the most. All right, back to the center. Scoop it up and come down.
All right, so yes, in a lot of ways, I know that it might look easy, but that's taken years just to develop that side waist bend or that side bend. And the side bending is not something that comes automatically. It's going to take some time, possibly even years, to really get a nice deep side bend. Another thing you can do is you can change shapes while you're upside down. Another shape that can kind of keep you sort of honest is a diamond shape. It's hard, all right? But it's a great one for really seeing what the hips are doing. So you would bring the legs into that diamond position. There's oftentimes people put the heels together. You want to lift the heels apart. Keep the legs in that diamond, and it allows you to really move from the hip and less focus on the legs. A lot of times in straddle, you're doing all kinds of things. With that diamond, it kind of keeps the legs in position, so you have to really work from the hips, all right? So let's try that shape. And again, it is challenging, so just give it a try or play with it. All right, so coming all the way up, you'll shift, lift onto the wall, shift back, squeeze everything, shoulders to ears, nose and chest on the wall. Now start to come to your diamond. Now, toes together, heels apart. Start to shift to one side. Back up, push, other side. Keep shifting. Up, shift, up, up, and up. Whew. And down. All right. Like, as I mentioned, that diamond, in my opinion, is one of the hardest shapes to do with side bending. So, you know, and it's intense on the shoulders, so you want to definitely give your shoulders a little rest. Take it easy on yourself. Now let's, I'm gonna play with a couple extra little shapes for side bending. One is sort of a knee tuck. And a lot of times you'll see this with wavy legs. So let's work on bending one knee in and having the other leg straight, and then shifting this knee in and shifting. You don't have to do the full wavy legs thing. You can just practice pulling one knee in. It's a nice way, pulling the knee, knee into the side waist. It's a fun one to practice, okay? So let's try that one. So you're gonna shift up. Remember, always shoulders to ears. Come back towards the wall. Try to keep the hips on the wall. Look down at your hands. All right, let's come to that straddle. Here we go with the knee. So I'm going to take this knee, and I'm keeping the top leg straight, and then bending this one over. Now I'm straightening this one, and now I'm going to keep that one straight and bend this one. Try to pull it in towards the elbow, straighten, pull this knee in, straighten, knee in. And depending on how deep you side bend, the top leg can come higher. I'm sorry. Yeah, this one comes in. All right. Well, even I got a little bit confused at one point. So just always remember, it's the knee in. Knee in. I'll do another video later on, or I have another video in my group of videos that has focus on the wavy leg, but definitely side bend is key for that. So keep working that, all right? And then another shape that's really fun to do for side bending is basically you're in the diamond, and then when you shift, you lower one leg, shift back up, kind of diamond to the other side, lower the other leg. It allows you to, like I said, that diamond shape is so intense. So it allows you to drop the leg. Nice way to kind of get a deeper side bend, because basically with the leg dragging over, it allows the waist to lengthen. All right, so I'm going to show you that shape. It's basically diamond with, and you're going to drop one leg side to side. All right, I'll show it to you. Here it goes.
So I'm gonna shift up, come all the way up. Remember, shoulders to ears. Come all the way onto the wall. Start that straddle. Now here it goes. So I'm going to bend this top leg in a diamond, and this leg comes down. Now I'm going to straighten, bend this leg. Keep going. Push, bend the top. Bend the top. And you can work that toe towards the floor. Bend this top leg. Stretch. Bend this top leg. Again, when you're first starting out, focus on the straddle. Remember, dial it in on the wall. And then when you're ready to side bend, freestanding, just remember, shoulders want to be in the ears, arms locked out. The gaze will be between the fingers. Find your straddle, keep the legs in the same position, okay? So it always looks nice when you straddle, press up. So I'm gonna shift up. Find that nice even split, point toes, lock out the knees. Shoulders to ears, and start the side bend shift. Shift up, shift only from the waist. Shift up, twist, external rotation. Back to the center, scoop, and down. All right. So once you start training this freestanding, you'll notice that there's a lot of talk about where the feet should go. Should they go off to the side? Should they come in front, behind? So the leg should actually, as it twists so deep from the side bend, it will actually come a little bit in front. And I'm gonna do a side bending from the opposite view so you can see the foot, okay? So turn this direction. I'm gonna shift up. And then watch the foot. Do you see how it slightly comes in front? As you twist. And you can even, the toe that comes to the floor comes a little bit on the inside, all right? Not to the outside. When you're working deeply from the side, it should come down to the inside. All right, and then the last thing, I'm gonna show you a drill that I love to do that is great for hips that's off the wall, okay? So it's similar to the stuff we're doing. So you'll start, hands down, shoulders to ears. You'll bring the leg up, pull that foot over and start to work almost like a clock. Bring the leg up and over, and then stop with the leg over. You can even push the shoulders in, and then you'll look down, push into that foot that's in the air. Send it over, and then switch the foot down. Get a nice stretch, and then let's start that clock. Over, hip out, another one, and over. Now we're gonna go back. Shoulders to ears, lift onto the toe on the floor, look down, push. Lift up, switch feet, and down. Again, work that clock, up. Remember to pull with that toe, lift, straddle, and stop. Pause, get a little stretch on that side if you need to, and then take the leg up and out. 2, 3, last one, we're going back over. Shift, shoulders to ears, Pull it up and over, and pause, and down. All right.
So it's intense, it's fun. You should definitely work the wall as much as you can. Remember, the hips take time to open. So keep working these drills for as long as you need so you start to feel real comfortable in the side bending, all right? Have fun.